Hey, good morning, everyone. It's beautiful out there. Got down to 27 at the airport, 28 at Essler. It's rare that the airport beats Essler, but they did this morning. Looking out there on the radio tower, courtesy Cenla Broadcasting in Gina. It's beautiful and clear, well, mostly clear, fair. We have those high clouds up there. It's blocking out the sun just a touch, but these are not going to bring any rain or anything like that, or any snow. I should say that since we were in the 20s. But speaking of snow, isn't that a sight there? It was snowing so much harder like 2 minutes ago. And I have no idea how much they have, but of course, I've been staring at these cameras like a madman. I know that in this area, they've had up to 3 feet. So I know this measuring stick was much taller yesterday, and now it's reduced to like half. So it's snowing like crazy in those lake effect belts up there. And you can go check it out on the hascams.com site. They have all kinds of different cameras, they have mobile chasers on it, and it's just fun stuff. If I could pick one career path for myself, it would be to be a snow chaser. So I'm going to see if they're hiring, and then I'm on the road. No, I don't think that'll happen. But 48 degrees, dew point's 29. It was nice and dry out there last night, so we cooled toward that dew point and got into the upper 20s. It is nice and quiet out here in Alexandria, though. Looking at the radar across the area, freeze warnings down to the coast. We were talking hurricanes a few weeks ago. Now we're talking freeze warnings. I think we'd prefer the freeze warnings to that. Behind the banner, actually, I can move that. We have some snow, a nice little, this was my favorite kind of system as a kid because there wasn't a ton to work with moisture wise, but there's a lot of dynamics. Yes, as a kid, I cared about these things, and this thing's coming across looked like it was going to be like an inch of snow, and it now looks like 2 to 5 inches in that band right along I-70. Perfect snowstorm for St. Louis. Not enough to cripple things, but enough to make it look nice. I'm jealous. Mom, you're going to have to send pictures. So that's what it looks like on radar right now. And here's what we have temperature-wise down here because, of course, we're not forecasting for Mom. I mean, I can do that on the phone for her. Mid-40s, low 40s across the area. Temperatures coming up quickly, and we have those freeze warnings out to the east. Everything's going to be kind of shoving that way. It looks like the core of the coolest air, but we will still be close to freezing tonight. You can see those winds are starting to try and turn back toward the south, especially as we head out toward the west, and then overnight tonight they become light, but winds are going to be kind of light and variable out there. Oh, we go down volume, intro, and let's see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I see. It looks like it's normal here on the levels. I do think that music is a little bit louder. I will try to talk just a touch louder for you, though. We have planner for today showing mostly clear skies, mid 50s for highs. It's going to be a lot like yesterday. So if you enjoyed yesterday, I think you got another one coming today. Just some high level moisture out there coming on those westerlies, way aloft here. This is all like up at jet stream level, so no rain, nothing like that. Maybe a little fog developing in the river valleys and things like that tomorrow morning, and it looks like Monday morning we could do that again. No severe outlook. We have a pretty decent storm system coming in a couple of days. It looks like it could bring a solid 1 to 3 inches of rain across the area, and this is going to be mainly Wednesday afternoon through early Friday. The good news here is I don't see any sort of severe threat out of that. So it looks like we will see the rain, but notice no lightning bolts showing up in that forecast. You see up here, these are the little things you have to look for. No lightning there. I mean, I guess I should explain these as well. It will warm up a little bit on Thursday, upper 60s there, but see these lows in the 50s, low to mid 50s, that's not going to cut it for severe weather. That means we have some, not dry air so much, but a cooler air mass in place, I guess is the best way to put it. So with those temperatures down lower, we're not going to see that threat for severe weather. I think we'll see rain chances come up to categorical, which means basically it's going to happen on Thursday. So Wednesday night into Friday morning, that's our best chance to see rain. And it could be a pretty stout little event there with 1 to 3 inches likely. And here's what we're looking at on the temperatures. We're back in the blue, December 8th to the 14th. Now, the worry I have here is that we get all this cool stuff in right before Christmas, and then it's like 77 degrees on Christmas, and nobody wants that. Well, a few people do, but I don't. So I think we're going to stay fairly cool after that brief warm-up here ahead of that system that's going to bring rain toward the end of the week, but it doesn't look like we're going to see anything really out of the ordinary. I don't see any real snow chances or anything like that. Precip remains above normal. normal beyond our next system, so it looks like we are going to be fairly wet here. We are setting up for, I think, a pretty interesting winter, though. This is one of those that looks like we're going to get those cold shots down here, and maybe we mix that with a little moisture at some point. We are into that time of year now where it's something we can watch for. From about early December through late February, that's our main chance. Best chance for anything wintry is going to pretty much be from around Christmas to mid-February, so I'll be watching things extra close. As you know, I am the world's biggest winter fan, and I live in Louisiana and talk about the weather. What a life I lead. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I know, I don't want to bring up things that aren't LSU related when it comes to football, but I will say, if at all possible, if your rooting interests can allow you to root for Texas A&M versus Texas tonight. I've got a kid there, have one that graduated there, so we'll be watching that game. Big time rivalry stuff. So please don't hate me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend.